Hello everybody, it's me, your good friend Sparky, and welcome back to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I did a little shopping between episodes, so we've got plenty of healing items to back us up for what lies ahead, and what lies ahead is going back to the past.
It'd be nice if the time machine finished charging sometime soon.
Yeah, I bet efficient electricity is a little hard to come by in this ruined future. But let's advance the story. There's not much else for us to do right now. I could go to the training grounds if I really wanted to, but I just didn't really feel like it.
Are you good to go?
Yep.
The machine still needs a bit of time to charge, so just hold tight, okay?
I'm sure it's fine, Mom. You're doing your best. Several months later.
The machine's finally got enough energy for another round trip. Now you can go back and help the others.
I hope they're all safe.
I'm sure they are. Maybe they've already defeated the androids and brought peace back to the world.
If that's the case, it might be nice to bring the others back here with me.
The time machine only has room for one person. But I can totally see the others cramming their way in anyway. Goku would jump at the chance to take on more powerful opponents.
You're right. Based on what I saw of him, he would probably be excited to come here.
But if they haven't defeated the androids, you're planning on joining in on the fight, aren't you? Just be careful, okay? Don't get yourself killed.
I won't. And you stay safe too, Mom. I'll make it back in one piece. I can't rest until our world is at peace too.
Off we go again. Yeah, you could probably fit a few more people in there if you really worked at it.
And so, Trunks made his way back to the past. Little did he realize that waiting for him there were two completely different androids, as well as less ruthless, but still dangerous androids 17 and 18. And to make matters worse, Cell, a bio-android far deadlier than the other androids, had appeared and threatened all life on Earth. But thanks to Goku and the others' training, as well as Gohan's transformation into something beyond that of a Super Saiyan, Cell was defeated. With peace now restored in the past, Trunks returns to the future, more experienced and determined to save his world.
And back again. We had quite a time in the past, Mom.
Mom, I'm back.
Welcome home, Trunks! Wait just a minute! Look at you! They say kids grow up fast, but this is ridiculous!
I trained in a special place called the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. It's on Kami's Lookout. 1 year inside is only a day on the outside.
Not really sure how that works, but at any rate, I'm just glad you're back and doing okay. So, did everything work out? That look on your face tells me it did.
It did.
Oh, so Goku still ended up dying in the end. Well, at least Gohan was able to avenge him.
Yeah. Oh, and you were right about Father. He wasn't just a cold-hearted person after all.
Huh?
When I first saw him fight, I honestly thought he was just a ruthless, selfish person. You know what I mean? If you and baby me were ever in danger, he didn't try to save us. All he cared about was his opponent.
Oh, Vegeta. Can't say I'm all that surprised, though.
But during the year me and him trained together, he was more focused on the moment. He was tough on himself and even seemed a little lonely.
Right. Now that I think about it, he could be like that at times.
He wouldn't spar with me at first, but eventually, he grew to acknowledge my power. we would have serious sparring matches. And sometimes even conversations.
Conversations? About what?
Well, I say conversations, but it was really just me talking to him, not with him. He would only reply with, I see, or "Humph." The conversations never really went anywhere.
Jeez. That's Vegeta for you.
But, right as our training was coming to an end,
Flashback to the past.
Trunks tells Bulma of his time in the past, specifically when Cell, eager to increase his power, began draining the population of their energy. Nearly a year inside the hyperbolic time chamber had passed since Vegeta and Trunks first entered and began their training to defeat Cell.
Come at me at full power.
okay, Father. Here I go.
Man, I love this look for Trunks.
I shouldn't have to say this, but do not hold back.
I won't.
Just the long hair tied back into Super Saiyan look. It is so nice looking. I actually think I had, like, somewhere there is a figure of Trunks that we have from childhood that is, like, specifically this look, but in the Saiyan armor. And man, is it neat. Also, Vegeta is putting up significantly less than a fight than the androids. It's kind of cool that they finally gave us some more time as Trunks, like, during the actual Cell Saga. Also, I do notice that we don't have the sword, and he summons in some kind of, like, spiritual sword or something like that. I don't really know what that's about. Take this, Dad! Kerbaloom!
Very well. That should be enough for now. But I'm still a far cry where I should be. You even more so.
You know, it's almost been a year since we started our training. We should probably get ready to give the room to Goku and Gohan.
No. Not until I achieve the absolute power I deserve. I intend to use every second we've got in here.
But you've already broken the Super Saiyan barrier. Are you trying to push yourself even further?
If I plan on destroying Cell and finally putting Kakarot in his place, then I need to be stronger.
I'm not going to get through to him at this point. He won't stop training until he's the one who's satisfied. Father, is surpassing Goku more important to you than defeating Cell?
You've got it a bit wrong. What I want is simply to be number one. Kakarot just happens to be an obstacle between me and my rightful place at the top. And what's worse is that he's a Saiyan, like me. Trunks, as a proud Saiyan yourself, you should never set limits on the power you can attain. You should always strive to be the best. But know this, as long as I'm around, you're going to have fierce competition.
Father, this might actually be the first time he's given me fatherly advice, if you can call it that. This obsession with power. Goku loves to fight powerful enemies too. Maybe it's a pure-blooded Saiyan thing. In my world, all I could think about was defeating the androids. Restoring peace was more important to me than the pursuit of strength.
You said that Gohan was the only one who trained you, right? He's just as soft and naive as Kakarot.
No, he's not.
What's even more concerning, though, is that I was killed by the androids in your time so easily. Me, the Prince of the Saiyans.
Huh?
Don't be satisfied with simply beating the androids and restoring peace. Those are short-sighted goals at best. I'm going to push myself harder, and I won't stop until I am number one. If you do the same, and you aim for something better, I'm sure you'll have no problem with the androids.
Father, you're right. I'll do what I can.
Vegeta, being a good dad in his own way.
I see. So that's what he told you. Why does he have to encourage him in such a roundabout way?
I actually tried talking to him about other things too. But when I asked him when he started to develop feelings for you, he got really angry and told me to stop asking dumb questions. Also, in the fight with Cell, he got really angry when Cell killed me.
What did I tell you? I told you he wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Wow, was that really my Vegeta? I never knew he had that side to him.
He's not a bad guy. He just has a lot to prove. That was a lot of experience points, too, from all that time we spent in the past.
Oh, what a relief. I'm glad to hear things ended well over there.
I'm relieved too. Looks like going to the past was a good call. The past may be at peace now, but our world here is still in turmoil because of androids 17 and 18. I can't let them get away with this anymore.
We interrupt this program to bring you news on the android crisis. Androids 17 and 18 are currently laying waste to...
The androids. This ends today. I'll be back, Mom.
Trunks, are you sure you can do this?
I'll be fine. This is the whole reason I went back in time and met Goku, Gohan, my father, and the others.
Jacket
The past
comes
has
off.
its peace now. We deserve our own.
Be careful, Trunks. Please don't get yourself killed.
Of course.
No problem, Ma.
This is it. I can finally avenge Gohan and the others.
Oh, we got a new move, it
It's been
looks
a
like.
long fight, but it's finally about to end.
What move did it just give us? None? Okay. Is that super attack skill tree unlocked? But I guess it's... Okay, yeah, it's probably Finish Buster. We need to go to the training grounds for that, and we're not going to bother right now. Instead, let's go ahead and actually
Hope we can restore
finish
our homes
off
what
the
it used to be.
androids.
If only you could be here to see this, Gohan.
Let's do Gohan proud and take care of this menace once and for all. After all, with all the crap we went through in the past, we should be more than ready at this point. Oh,
If the androids hadn't shown up,
androids,
this place would have more people.
come out and play. You won't believe the garbage I went through.
Look at you. You're throwing a little temper tantrum because you lost the game.
Shut the hell up! I don't want to hear a peep from you!
17, 18. This is it. This is the day you finally pay for what you've done.
Trunks. So you're alive, huh? Makes sense, I guess. You always were a little too dumb to give up.
17, I'm in a really bad mood. I know you want to mess with him, but I'm just gonna kill him right now. 'Cause he's annoying as hell.
It won't be as fun without him around. But sure, okay. Go for it, 18.
This has gone on far too long. Ever since you two first appeared, every day has been like hell as we struggled to survive.
So what's your point?
The versions of you I met when I traveled to the past were actually kind of nice. But here, you've done nothing but destroy towns and cities and murder countless people. You're gonna pay for it!
And finally, time to take care of business.
Oh my god, would you shut up?
Let's do this! This is it!
Where was that going, Trunks?
This is it!
What the hell? Why am I struggling like this?
I'm not like I was when you fought me before. This is it!
How about a little of that? Huh? Huh? A little of me missing my burning attack? It's still gonna be a bit of a tough fight, but I'm sure, can take care of business this time.
You're really asking for it.
You still haven't suffered nearly as much as we have.
I'm about to let that happen.
Suffer. Suffer for all the pain you caused.
Suffer!
You're done.
Suffer, android! Oh, you think you can... Ow. Yes, you can do that, actually. You think you can do the thing that you're doing? Well, guess what? You can. Whoop. Well, I accidentally dodged back into that. Yeah. And burning deck. Yeah, not going bad. 17's not even helping out this time. So, you know, honestly, one-on-one, they're not too bad. It's just when they decide to tag team you that they become the issue. That, and we've gone through much worse encounters than the androids at this point. Alright, alright.
What a pain in the ass. Say goodbye.
Ow. Oh, you call that an attack? Okay, maybe you call that an attack.
I'm gonna make sure you don't survive this time.
Really? You're gonna make sure, huh? Well, guess what? I'm way too strong for you now.
Wow, 18. You're getting kind of sloppy.
Ugh, damn it. I've had enough of this little punk.
I'll take both of you on at the same time!
What's going on? Something's different about him.
Let's do this!
Again, for the third time.
You two are finally going to meet your end! You hear me?
The actual final encounter with the androids.
17.
For real this time. Yeah, whatever. You can't stop me, androids. I am the Trunks. I have been to the past. I have seen terrors you cannot comprehend, including versions of you that were somehow stronger but also much more passive. But also a large bug man that I fought and couldn't really do anything against. So, you know, kind of par for the course as far as my fighting experience goes, but it's fine.
You humans?
You're gonna die just like the rest.
Oh, they mad. Oh, we trapped.
You're still the same brat you've always been.
Guess that was all just talk earlier.
I think you're gonna meet your end.
You are not
Am I?
surviving this.
Am I not?
What's with this power?
Whoops. Ow, ow, whoops. Whoops. Drink. Whoops.
Your father's power? What the hell are you even talking about?
You made me mad, androids. You made me super de-duper mad.
just like the rest.
I have my doubts about this dying thing that you keep mentioning. Because I am the Super Saiyan man. I've been in a dimensional shifting location that lets me spend an entire year in a day training with my grumpy dad with his very pointy hair. Ow. Explosions. And that's one android. Oh, you would. I don't think it's very nice of you to dodge out of the ways of my attacks. Yeah, man, I spent a little while in the past. I've got literally over a year's worth of experience fighting people way more threatening than you at this point. So, you know, I'd say it's finally time to put you in your place and keep you from killing literally the rest of the population of Earth. I don't know how many of them are left at this point, if I'm being perfectly honest, but, you know, it's been, you know, since Trunks was like 6 months old. Then there was like another time skip, and it's been at least over a year, probably closer to 2 years since the time skip first. So, you know, it's been a while. Trying to keep track of the flow of events in the Cell Saga and the history of Trunks in general is kind of tricky sometimes. But, you know, we can manage. We can get the gist of it. A little bit of this, and a little bit of that, and a little bit of that, and this. And also, did I mention burning attack? There we go, and we're gonna keep going back and punching you some more. Ow, disappointed. Thankfully, that move, now that we've leveled up a billion times, does not do that much damage in comparison to what it did do. Oh, darn it. Haha! You are the one who is winded now. Low on stamina, infinite energy, my butt. That was a weird interaction, but okay. He, like, carried over the knockback from the attack after he teleported. But yeah.
That was for the friends of mine you killed. And this? This is for Gohan!
Like master, like student.
You're finished!
And there we go. We defeated the androids.
It's over. I finally did it, everyone. Wait, not yet. There's still one thing left.
Yeah, there's one other piece to this puzzle that we need to take care of. If this loading screen wasn't any kind of indication.
Just over 3 years later, with 17 and 18 gone, people have begun to rebuild cities and towns that were ravaged by the androids. Trunks was eager to inform those in the past of his success, so with the time machine fully charged, he prepared for another trip.
All right, Mom, I'm off.
Have a safe trip, Trunks. Tell everyone I said hi.
Sure. You need to leave, Mom. Head somewhere safe.
Huh? Oh, okay.
I know you're over there. Cell. What? You plan on killing me, then traveling to the past to absorb androids 17 and 18 and obtain your perfect form. How? How could you possibly know that?
Time travel shenanigans.
Your plan's going to fail, because I'm going to finish you off once and for all. My plan's going to fail, is it? Well, you're awfully cocky. Cell, your perfect form was insanely strong. There's no doubt about that. But as you are now, I'm more than enough to destroy you. Oh, I get it. So you went back to the past. I see. That's why you know so much. Such a sneaky guy. But I have to say, I'm surprised to hear you say you can destroy me. Trunks, I have plenty of data on you thanks to my spy robots. You idiot! You don't have enough power to lay a finger on androids 17 and 18, let alone me! Pathetic! Oh? Then why aren't 17 and 18 around anymore? What? Impossible! So you're the reason the two of them are gone! It's because of you! We're not fighting here in West City. People have worked too hard to rebuild. I'm taking this fight somewhere else. Ha!
By taking, we mean, completely sending him to another area.
I'm going to defeat you and put an end to all of this.
And, well, this time we actually did look like we got a new super attack, it looks like. Let's see. Yeah, I want to keep Masenko on there. For Gohan. Change the future. Heck yeah. We'll see if we can pull it off a few times. But off after Cell we go. We took care of the androids, and now we have to deal with this timeline Cell so he can't go back in time and do all that nonsense in the Cell saga all over again.
Okay, they look pretty weak. I can't let him travel to the past.
So, let's go beat the snot out of him.
There you are. You may be a bit stronger than before, but if you think you can beat me, well, you're kidding yourself. You're weak. I'm going to make sure you don't go to the past. You pathetic child!
And time to fight Cell.
I am the ultimate end, created by the
There we go.
It's scientifically impossible for anyone.
Yeah, I like that.
We'll see. Once I kill you, I'll head to the past and achieve my perfect form. Not on my watch. This world's been through enough.
Solar flare.
This ends now. You're about to learn the hard way just how much stronger I am. You clearly don't get it. You only think you know what I'm capable of.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You don't know what you're capable of because I'm the one who's more capable than you are at the capableness. How dare you move?
Escape the inevitable.
Oh, you can do that, yeah. Yeah, okay. I forgot you can do that. I'm gonna have to try and watch out for that. Oh, and you've got the special beam cannon too, of course you do. Ow. That was my everything. Drink. I got lots of drinks, it's fine. There we go. Change the future! Darn, that did heal you a lot, didn't it? Really gotta look out for that. Because I'm not gonna be able to make much headway against Cell here if he keeps healing himself. I'll rob you of more than that. I'll rob you of your whole face. And all of the things that make up your dumbness. Actually, I can't keep you from being dumb. Whoops. Okay. Oh, that's right. And we got Burst Mode's auto-healing thing now. I like it. Look at that. I'm not the only one that can heal. You're not the only one that can heal himself, Mr. Cell. Oh, you think you're so fancy with your whatchamadoohickeys. You know the Spirit Bomb. I forgot you know the Spirit Bomb. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense that Cell would typically know how to use the Spirit Bomb, but I kind of forgot he could do that in this fight. Until the Spirit Bomb was already right in my face. I really need to recover my key a little bit. Alright.
Sorry, but you're never getting your perfect form. This one's finally in peace. I intend to keep it that way. Escape the inevitable.
Oh, darn it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, man, that heals him a lot. That is a bit of a pain, and I'm really gonna have to ask you to stop doing that, if I'm being perfectly honest. Alright, alright. Stop that. And the one thing I really gotta pay attention to here, too, is the fact that... Oh, man. The fact that, since this is not, like... Let me guard, please? I don't know why you're not letting me guard. The fact that this is not, like, story Super Saiyan mode, it's also slowly draining my ki, so that's something else I gotta pay attention to. A little bit of a Masenko. Yeah, every time he does the absorption thing, that's at least, like, a full health bar he recovers, which is definitely not a good thing. But if we can layer on the hurt long enough, we can keep him from doing it. Alright. Alright, and you're doing that again. Yeah, there's the Spirit Bomb again. Alright, alright. Alright. What did that hit? Honestly, actually, what did that hit? That caused my... Oh, come on, Solar Flare. Drink, 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 drink. Makes me wonder why Cell never tried using the Spirit Bomb in the actual Cell Saga, but, you know. Maybe that would have been a little too broken. Not stopping him here, though. And Spirit Bomb was his, like, ultimate move in a lot of the Budokai games, too, so, you know. It fits. Oh, come on. Yeah, okay. Okay, nice combo, Cell. It's fine. But we're gonna change the future! Okay. Oh, well, okay. Now it's time for one of these. There we go. That's a face. So long, gay Bowser.
No, you give me no choice. This move should be familiar.
mine's bigger.
Cell, you don't belong in this world!
Die, monster. You don't belong in this world. Yeah, I had to. Huh. Now, there we go.
It's over. That's the final loose end. Thanks, everyone.
Trunks, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Now I have even more good news to share with everyone.
And we go about and let everyone know that the world is finally truly at peace, and nothing bad will ever happen in future Trunks' timeline again. Nothing
They're gone,
ever.
Gohan. The androids are finally gone. And I promise to make sure the peace you and all the others fought for lasts as long as possible.
Trunks' long, hard-fought struggle with the menacing androids had finally come to an end. No more would humanity live in fear. Now, the people of Earth would know true peace. And as long as Trunks is able to fight, this newfound peace will surely last.
Have you ever watched Dragon Ball Super? I kid, of course. It's a happy ending, for the moment. Gohan looks down upon us from Otherworld. Boy, yeah, that's, not the best rankings, but, you know, it's fine. And that is the end of Trunks' story, his fight to defeat the androids. I gotta say, this was the first, like, really major story expansion for this game. There were a couple other DLC packs before this, of course. DLC expansions, new little story elements with new abilities to unlock and things like that. But this one was the first one that really gave you, like, a full story campaign, like the Bardock story and the World Tournament that we did before. And you know what? Honestly, it might be my favorite still so far. Because the history of Trunks and his whole story there is always such a good story. It's like greatly written, it's just perfectly tragic in all the right ways, and it really gives you a better picture of who Trunks is and how he got to that point. How he became the Super Saiyan who slew Frieza and all that. And man, they just did a really good job with this. They really did. With the World Tournament saga, it's got its issues, and the Bardock saga is great too, but yeah, this one's still really good. And, you know, it gives us more of an opportunity to actually play as Trunks. It's still so weird, because Trunks is definitely considered, like, the fifth main character of this game, and in the actual game, he had, like, 4 fights? Something like that? It wasn't a lot. And the Cell Saga overall, it had a lot of those points where it, like, used the narrator, like, skip ahead and it's just really weirdly paced for some reason. I don't remember it being that weirdly paced, but of course it's always been like that, I guess. I don't know, something about the Cell Saga in the base game left some things to be desired. Like, there were a lot of opportunities they could have had to add in more side content and side missions, like the one where Gohan helps out Android 16, and that actually helps really build towards Gohan's, like, freak out with Android 16 dies, and you get the Super Saiyan 2 transformation after that. This had some of those, like, time skip moments too, but it was time skips that made sense, because it was also already content that we, knew about from the base game, Trunks' time in the past. They did give us the one fight in the time chamber, but that was honestly deserved, considering how little we actually got to play as Trunks while he was in the past. It's just, I don't know, it was very weirdly handled. I don't get why they did it the way they did. Especially considering you've got something like a game that's existed for a long while now, Legacy of Goku 2, which handled balancing the 5 playable characters really well. Though that game was entirely focused on the Cell Saga, it didn't have 3 other sagas to kind of compensate and make room for. I guess if they spent too much time on all the little bits, then you wouldn't get around to the really good stuff. But I don't know, I feel like they could have more effectively fit things in. This is very strange. Very strange pacing for the main game, unfortunately. Considering how well the Saiyan Saga and the Frieza Saga were handled, honestly. Unfortunately, I don't think that's the last instance of some weird pacing things in the main story, the main campaign, but we'll get to that eventually, because, well, there's a lot to do before we actually get to that point. We've still got a bunch of side quests in the main game to do. I'm sure there's other things we can do in the DLC too here. We'll find out a little more on that after the credits roll through here. But, I guess upcoming we are more effectively going to be moving on with the side content in the main game and going back through and collecting Dragon Balls and all that. I'm sure it will be a great time for everyone. We still got some credits to run through here, it looks like, because we're just getting to the part where Gohan is being annihilated. Man, yeah, I just really love this story. Trunks, as a character, when you're reading through the manga, it's kind of weird to have him come out of nowhere and suddenly be as strong as Goku, and have him literally slice through Frieza in half. But adding on to Trunks' backstory and having like an entire special based around him, I think was the right call. Because it just, yeah, it makes for such a great story. And it's like such a great tragic telling of how he got to where he was and why he was doing what he was doing, going back to the past and screwing with history, just for the sake of having a future that existed without all this death and destruction. Not that there's ever a time in the Dragon Ball world where there isn't some kind of death and destruction going on about. Because, you know, you wouldn't have an interesting narrative if you, didn't have, like, things to fight, I guess. Granted, there will always be someone somewhere out there looking to wreak havoc. And of course, yeah, if you know anything about Dragon Ball Super, there is that, little, detail of certain evil entities that might be coming through at some point here, too. That kind of puts a damper on the happy ending here. But, this isn't Dragon Ball Super Kakarot, it's Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And it doesn't delve too much into the Dragon Ball Super side of things. Getting one more look at Trunks' triumphant defeat of the androids. Because that's what it's all about. blowing up robots. And a little bit of the encounter with Cell. Which honestly, yeah, that's a really good way to end this off, too. Trunks' story isn't technically complete until he finishes off all the threats to the future. They could have just ended it with him going back in time, but it's nice to have the epilogue here, too, of him actually ridding the future of all of its problems. Well, all of the problems that he knew about at the time. I think we're finally coming up to the end of things here. The credits running through one more time. Our little congratulations from everybody. All of the friends that are left. And hey, maybe someone can go find New Namek and find the Dragon Balls there and wish people back now. Now that there's an opportunity to do it. I wonder how much of a space program is left after the android apocalypse. That's the biggest thing, I think. Produced by Bandai Namco Entertainment, Inc. Another story finished. Or is it? We'll find out after this loading screen.
Years have passed since Trunks' defeat of Cell. The survivors of the android onslaught have continued to rebuild their towns and cities, and their lives have finally returned to normal. Now, free from the fight for survival, Trunks also spends his days living a peaceful life with Bulma.
Where to next?
Better let my mom know I'll be out.
Mom still holed up here.
There's a little bit more to do here, but knowing what I know of what's upcoming, I think we're actually gonna say goodbye to the Trunks DLC for right now. And we're gonna pick it back up once we're done with the next main saga in the main game, for a very specific reason. I don't see too much of a reason to continue onward for right now, because, yeah, it might get a little spoilery for things to come. Not that everybody doesn't already know the story of Dragon Ball. But, you know, there's some people out there, I could name at least one, that don't know it that well. And, yeah. For right now, though, we're going to say goodbye to the future timeline, and we're going to pick things up in the main game again in the next episode. So, thank you very much for watching. And this is your good friend Sparky signing off for now, and I will catch you later. Trust me, what's coming up is going to be a lot of fun here, and it's going to be worth the wait, if you don't know it already.